Okay, so couple things I have on my mind. First off, just want to say that I was listening to Roland Chidiak's podcast, so Roland Chidiak Connects, and he was talking to a friend of his who has gone into business for herself and has taken the chance on entrepreneurship. And besides just the general, I guess, risk of going into entrepreneurship, she was also going into business in foods. And when you sort of put entrepreneurship and foods together, that can be a pretty challenging business to get running. So in listening to this interview, I couldn't help but think or just be amazed by her bravery and amazed by her intention and amazed by just going for it. And her quote in the podcast was talking about throwing your heart out ahead of you and running to catch up with it, and that being such a massive driving force in what inspires her to get up and do the work that she does every single day. And I'll try and put some credits in the bottom of this post just so you can go check out that podcast, because it was remarkable. It was one of those podcasts that I felt really spoke to me and spoke to my educator's heart. And this individual is not in education. She's just someone that has something to say that entirely connects with my current state of mind and education. And you know what I took from that was that being a teacher working in education is amazing. There are so many things so many different groups you get to be a part of, so many different resources you get to play with, so many different challenges to the work that constantly make the brain think deeper, stretch farther, diversify, and even the messiness of it is pretty awesome too. But in listening to this podcast, I couldn't help but think there's gotta be more that I could do. And it's not that I am sort of saying that my current work isn't challenging, but there was just something in the energy with which she spoke that I thought, you know what, there's gotta be something that I can feel that, I don't know, I wanted to kind of just grab a little bit of her energy and say, you know, what could I do with that? If I could sort of tap into that, if I could sort of possess myself with that sort of energy, what else could I be doing in my teaching portfolio? So this post is kind of it's a bit of a reminder to sort of keep on pushing. And I mean, I don't think this is a reminder that any educator needs to have, that you have to constantly push yourself to get work done. There is an element of grind to just getting through the marking, getting through the lessons, and yet still getting into the classroom every day and making the connections with the kids and making connections with parents, sort of making connections with colleagues. Like there's so much there's so much humanity in what we constantly connect with every single day. I'm not suggesting somehow I got that one rocked, because I'm still working on it. I'm truly still working on it. But maybe down the creative end, maybe down the, what else, what if, what now kind of mantra that I've been really trying to embrace. There's something. So most likely where I'm going to throw those energies, I'm going to try my hand at doing some podcasting. So that's my thing for 2017. I'm going to give a try at putting together an education podcast. I'm not going to design it to stay in education, but you know what? That's the resources that I have access to right now. And I'm slowly teaching myself how to do podcasting. It's pretty exciting and pretty easy to do once you get through a couple of the hoops of learning the tech and learning the technique, and kind of the editing and the art of it is pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to put together a podcast. I'm going to talk to educators about the changes that they've observed in education and what part they played in either moving those changes forward, or they themselves felt changed by them, and what challenges came out of that. And I really want to focus on the hopeful and the solution-based, as in, what do you see as necessary changes in future education, and what part do you think you could play in that? So that's the frame that I'm playing with. And really, I guess if this might be my last vlog entry for 2016, I gotta say thanks to everybody that has contributed or commented or talked to me in my sort of pursuit of professional learning. Anyone that's sort of read my blog and posted me a message and being able to have discussions there. To anybody who's just kind of read either tweets or my sort of online postings, and then I've got to meet them in real time and had conversations. That is awesome. So thank you to everyone that I've had the pleasure of getting to know digitally. Thank you to those of you amazing individuals that I've got to meet in real time. And I'm looking forward to 2017 as upping it a bit, upping my game, gonna bring it. What else? What if? And what now? I'm going to use that as my mantra for 2017. Have an amazing Christmas. Happy New Year. Probably talk to you soon. All right.